Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. I am Hoyt. Let's tell you what we've got for you at noon. Folks in Florida bracing for what is now Hurricane Ian. This massive storm continues to gain strength, and a state of emergency already in place. Arkansans are gearing up to help people deal with the damage to come. Plus, flu season is ready to rear its ugly head. The Arkansas Department of Health is trying to help us stay on top of it with free flu shots. And later, bringing classic cars back to the future. We'll show you how some forward-thinking minds are transforming cars of the past. Well, meteorologists everywhere at this time of year keep their eyes on the tropics. Corrales Ortiz, no exception, but it helps when the weather is so pleasant right here where we live, right, Corrales?
Yeah, we are going to be seeing a beautiful stretch of weather for pretty much the upcoming week. I will have the latest updates on the tropics with another check of your forecast later on, but let's take a look at what we're seeing now. And we're not seeing a whole lot, actually, not a single cloud in the sky. Feeling very pleasant out here. Light winds out of the northwest in the low 80s here in the metro, even cooler to our north. They're still in the low 70s as of this afternoon, and we are seeing much drier air in place. Those dew points are almost 30 degrees cooler, or drier, I should say, in terms of the moisture in the air content compared to yesterday. It was a little bit of a warm summer-like weekend. Our highs today, low to mid 80s. Absolutely beautiful. A full check of your forecast is coming up.
All right, Corrales, thank you very much. And like she said, she'll have an update on the weather of that tropical storm, or what's now a hurricane, as Ian continues to strengthen. But let's look at what's happening on the ground. It's expected to slam into Florida this week. There's already a state of emergency there. Omar Villafranca is in Clearwater, where Ian could make landfall.
Heavy rain and wind in western Cuba late Sunday brought a preview of what's to come from Hurricane Ian. A week after Hurricane Fiona ripped through the Caribbean, leaving behind a trail of destruction and a long road to recovery. On Saturday, a weakened Fiona slammed Canada's east coast, where extreme storm surge and flooding swept some buildings right off their foundations. More than 500,000 people lost power. At least one person died.
Absolute chaos, to put it simply. It's the most surreal experience of my life. Never seen anything like it.
Make preparations now.
Here in Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency ahead of Hurricane Ian's landfall later this week. Some people packed sandbags as nervous anticipation led to long lines for gas, packed grocery stores, and empty shelves.
I'm trying to get water, but it's not too much at this moment.
Ian's impending arrival also prompted NASA to call off its moonbound Artemis launch for a third time, rescheduling for October 2nd.
President Biden has already approved emergency aid for Florida. We are expecting hurricane force winds later on this week and a lot of water. Storm surge 7 to 8 feet and rain in some places 6 to 12 inches. Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Clearwater, Florida.
And with a forecast like that, Arkansas utility linemen are already stepping up to help with hurricane recovery before the storm even hits. This morning, 46 linemen with the electric co-ops of Arkansas loaded up to travel down to the Sunshine State. They will help get the power back on. We've got a THV 11 update for you. A Little Rock police officer has been relieved of duty after being arrested on domestic abuse charges. Christian Gallegos Montez has been placed on administrative leave, according to Little Rock Police. Officers responded to a battery call on Brookview Drive early yesterday. Witnesses told them a woman had been hit by Gallegos. That led to his arrest on a third-degree battery charge. He had a video arraignment this morning. We are waiting on details about any bond amount. 2 Bryant police officers are recovering following a car crash Saturday morning. Happened on Spring Hill Road. We've been tracking their recovery. We know Officer Tanner Peck moved from the ICU to a regular hospital bed yesterday, while Officer Trey Davis had surgery yesterday. He remains in critical condition. The Arkansas State Police investigating team is heading up that look into the crash. A gunman has killed at least 15 people at a school in Russia today, 11 of them children. Investigators believe the suspect, who died by suicide, may have been inspired by the Columbine shooting here in America. Images from the scene show pistols with keychains attached with the names of the shooters from that Colorado massacre. President Vladimir Putin denounced the shooting as an, quote, inhuman terrorist attack, adding that the 34-year-old shooter apparently belonged to a neo-Nazi group. This is Russia's second school shooting in 2 years. Happening today, the Arkansas Department of Health is giving out flu shots throughout the state as they prepare for this upcoming flu season. Each county in the state will have a community flu vaccine clinic. The flu shot will be free. If you do come, they ask you that you bring your insurance card with you. However, if you don't have insurance, the flu shot will still be available to you. Again, just check out your local health unit. The shots will be free. The American Academy of Pediatrics is advising that all children receive that flu vaccine or nasal spray as soon as they can, ideally by the end of October. While flu infection rates came in lower last season, likely because of COVID precautions, health experts are concerned we're going to see more flu and other respiratory viruses this season. The flu vaccine is recommended for children 6 months and older. And while flu season subsided these last 2 years, more than 100,000 Americans died of drug overdoses in 2021, most linked to synthetic opioids like fentanyl. And now claims that a colorful version of the drug that can be easily confused as candy is being circulated here in the U.S. The National Verify team explains what you need to know about the potent drug.
50 times stronger than heroin and up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Fentanyl, a synthetic opioid, was linked to 66% of American overdose deaths last year. Recently, social media posts have claimed there is an influx of rainbow-colored fentanyl in the U.S. Some posts say drug dealers are using the candy-colored drug to entice teens and young people. So let's verify. Is rainbow fentanyl circulating in the United States? Our sources are the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, the Placer County District Attorney's Office in California, and law enforcement agencies in Idaho, Oregon, and Georgia. An August 30th warning from the DEA confirms that rainbow-colored fentanyl is available across the country and has been seized in 21 states. State government and law enforcement agencies throughout the country have also confirmed reports of rainbow fentanyl circulating in their area in August. Many of these sales are happening on apps like Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, according to the District Attorney's Office in Placer County, California, which saw a 450% increase in fentanyl deaths between 2018 and 2021. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office in Oregon says deputies found 4 grams of multicolored powdered fentanyl that looked just like sidewalk chalk while executing a search warrant, and shared concerns about rainbow fentanyl getting in the hands of young adults or children who could mistake the drug for a toy or candy. So we can verify, yes, rainbow fentanyl is circulating in the United States. The DEA says all colors, shapes, and sizes of fentanyl should be considered extremely dangerous. Anyone who finds a colored pill or powdered substance should call 911 immediately. With your Verify, I'm Ariante Till.
An historic street and site now has a name to match that history. The city honoring the 65th anniversary of the Little Rock Nine. A group of black students escorted by federal troops who walked into Central High School in 1957, integrating it for the first time. Yesterday, the street that runs in front of the high school became Little Rock Nine Way.
The over 2,000 students who attend Central High each day will see a new street sign. A street sign that symbolizes courage, perseverance, and grace.
Over the course of this commemorative weekend, the surviving members of the Little Rock Nine conveyed the message that when it comes to the fight for social justice, things have gotten better, but they still see a long way to go. Losing a loved one is never easy, but one Bryant student got an unexpected surprise and a sign of love from a community sharing and supporting her following one such loss. Our Ian Russell got the chance to capture this special moment.
Under the bright lights, it's almost game time. But there's another star on this field, just 9 years old.
I'm excited and nervous.
Meet Emma Ray Caudell. She's a big fan of sports.
Yeah, I love softball.
And her dad, Joshua.
He was the sweetest and the best dad.
But Emma Ray isn't here to watch the Hornets play.
I also thought we were going to be here for the football game.
She's here for her dad.
He got a phone call at 2 o'clock, ready to head out. And then 4 o'clock, he was gone. I mean, it's very hard.
Joshua, a canine handler with the Department of Corrections, died in the line of duty back in February. It hasn't been easy for the Caudells.
She's an amazing kid. She misses him.
And Mike Glisson knows that.
We choose a child that's gone through some type of adversity and surprise them at the high school football game where they'll eventually attend.
For the past decade, he's been surprising kids who are going through similar struggles to Emma Ray. It's why they met tonight.
You two stay close to me and Sean.
All to let her know this town cares.
All right, we're proud that you're here.
Thank you.
We're proud that you're here.
Step by step, hand in hand, a memory remembered and a hero honored.
And Joshua, who protected us at home.
Time will eventually fade the memories.
It says Super Dad, and I got it for him for Christmas.
But Emma Ray will never forget the man who made her house a home, Joshua.
And I hope that we're making a child that's had a rough life or rough situation feel better about themselves, at least for a night.
In Bryan, Ian Russell, THV 11 News.
Well, this sounds like it's out of the plot of a science fiction blockbuster, but no, it is going to actually happen. We've got details of NASA's plan to slam into an asteroid on purpose. Corrales, that seems way outside of our forecast range, right?
Yeah, just a little bit far out of the atmosphere for me to forecast for that. But yeah, we have a beautiful week of weather in store. The latest on that forecast, the latest on the tropics as well, coming up.